Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. If you are new to my channel, make sure you like and subscribe. Please guys, subscribe to get me up to 1,000 subscribers so I can be dropping this video like this frequently. So guys, we have a heartbreaking story today for you guys. So this first story is tweeted by someone's sister who lost their life. It's all about people who came back from outside the country to marry wives from their home country, thinking it's the best thing for them. In some way, it's the best. So let me just go ahead and read the story for you. It says, "Please, everyone in the world that can help, we need your help because my family is so helpless. My brother, who is in the picture, Omoribola Olatunji, and the wife Tose Lawal traveled to US, Illinois in the year November 2016, and everything was going on smoothly between them. She even gave birth to a child on getting there, but after a year and 2 months, the story changed. Our brother's wife called us one early morning on Sunday, 20th of January 2018, and informed us that our brother is dead. We were all shocked and in deep sorrow, but we consoled her and encouraged her to be strong and told her to just send picture of him being buried so that we can see him for the last time before he's laid to rest. She told us that CAC, that is CAC Church South Exchange, Chicago 2, were the one that did the funeral. Surprising, our wife refused to send us any evidence regarding my brother's death. She said that the pictures were too large for her to send to us. Later, she said her phone crashed and she lost all pictures of his burial and the incident scene. She couldn't even explain what killed him. She said two different stories. She also stopped communicating with all of us, including my aged parents. She did not even consider that my daddy, who was the one that sponsored them both to US, just had an accident. Then, after a while, I tried all to contact her. I asked her why was she not sending those pictures that we requested earlier. She became very angry and unfollowed me on Facebook. She also denied us access to the child. So yeah, she's now madam, everything is now good, so she needs to behave the way she thinks. Also, her mommy, who resides in number 8 Ayatuga Street, Mushi, Lagos, threatened my parents that they were not supposed to ask for any evidence regarding my brother's death and they should warn their children not to post anything relating to incident online. Even after inviting my parents all the way from Akoko to Lagos, she could not give them an evidence to prove my brother's death. She said we should just take it like that. Up till now, we have not heard anything regarding my brother. Please help us to share this till it gets to someone that can help." So guys, I don't say it's not good to marry from your home country, but we really need to be careful because just check it this way. You are rich, so you marry someone who has never experienced money and someone who is like who loves listening to people. That is where the problem always come from. You understand? Because when you marry them and take them there, because they have not seen that, they have not been in that situation before, they have not seen that money. Maybe we are the one that you have been hiding from them, telling them that no, you don't have money, this, that. So when they discover, they feel this pain. Maybe their husband bring them here just to use them, are they fool, all these things. I think we should really be happy. Sometimes we left the better girls there to come home and marry, but later it doesn't work out for us. So guys, I think we should always make our researches very well, the background we want to marry in. So guys, tell me, if you are a guy and you made money outside the country, would you love to come home and get married? Or if you are a lady, would you love to come home and get married? So guys, leave your comment on the comment section. So guys, this story is heartbreaking. This one is really heartbreaking. It's about a girl who was brutalized by his boyfriend. These things is happening on a daily basis in our country, and nobody's doing. Girls being assaulted every time, every single time. It is not good. We really need to figure a way around this, please. We should stop this. So, this is what the tweet said. A 29 years old businessman, Ogene Joshua, was being accused of brutalizing his girlfriend, Vanessa, for returning home from work late. It was gathered that the assault occurred on Friday morning, June 4th, at his residence in Ajah, Lagos. According to the victim, I do a private massage, so a client booked my services yesterday and made payment around 9 p.m. He said he needed a body massage that night because he's traveling this morning by 6 a.m. So I left the house around 10 p.m. and I went there. I was done by 12 a.m. but my driver couldn't pick me up immediately because he was with his family and I couldn't book a cab at that time of the night. I eventually got to his house at about 1:30 a.m. I went there because I left my house key in his house. When I got there, he wasn't home. I called him and he told me that he was at the beach. So my driver and I waited for him at the gate only for him to come back at about 2:30 a.m., dragged me inside, locked the door, and started beating me up. This is the same job I was doing before he met me. We started dating in January this year, and this is not the first time he's assaulting me. Whenever he does, he would apologize to me and beg me to forgive him. He even beat me on my birthday. I have reported him to his mother countless times. So this girl apparently has this boyfriend that has been beating her regularly. She said she even got beaten on her birthday, and this boy has been doing this and that. Girl, I am telling you, girls, how many times will you want a guy to lay a finger on you before you know that this guy doesn't love you, before you know that this guy doesn't care for me? How many times he has been doing this, and your mind has not told you to leave this relationship, that this relationship is not longer conducive for me? And this guy, every time he comes back, he beat this girl as if he's her house help. And the girl said she does body massage as a job. I think you should make it clear. And if you want to be in a serious relationship, your client should know, like, this is what you do, or your husband is not conducive with this time of the day for me to come out, or all those things. Just make it clear to yourself. Or when you tell your boyfriend that, guy, this is what I'm doing, you understand? This is what I'm doing to earn money. This is my daily job. I do body massage for a living. If you don't want, or if you don't accept my job, maybe because of jealousness, you tell me, and you be on your way. It is not a must you must be in a relationship, guys. It's not a must. So recently, Tasha has been going around trying to make clear her last video she dropped about BB Naija. So this time around, this is what she tweeted. She said, if being humble is shutting your mouth up and having lots people constantly naive comment about you, then I throw the humble shield off the window. F what you think. Trust me, y'all do not want to have this conversation. Stay humble is what got me out of depression. Where was this energy when y'all mocked, jammed to, and celebrated my supposed downfall? Y'all mad. People be fake for all I care. can never be Tasha. What's the point of diluting the truth when no one else beside Tasha pays the bill? Why do I need to as never been my thing? It won't start today. Y'all had blue tick accounts pushing out narratives and rejoicing here and there. You lot killed goats, self joined to celebrate. But yeah, it was okay to hate on Tasha. My mental health didn't matter. If I died from depression, didn't matter. It was all accepted and fun. From the same lots demanding humility, it's shameful. Nigerians can't drag me. I do the dragging. Man, I'm tired of raising dead careers. It's not my duty. Yeah, so she's trying to clarify that she doesn't need to serve anyone. That people turned her down when she got evicted from BB Niger. So this time around, she is on her own lane. Nobody should call, nobody should advise her, nobody should do anything to concern her. Just be on your own. That she got out of the depression alone, and now she's enjoying, she's balling. Nobody should, disturb her. So guys, leave your comment on the comment section. Tell me what you think about what Tasha said. Tell me what you think about Tasha said. So recently, Reno Mokore tweeted this post. Make money so when you see human suffering, you won't need to pray. You will just pay. Be like the good Samaritan. When he saw the man attacked by robbers, he didn't pray, he paid. In your time of need, you need prayer warrior, not prayer warrior. Yeah. He said in the times of need, we need prayer warriors, not prayer warriors. Yeah, because, yeah, this is it, guys. We pray too much in everything. We pray too much in everything, especially in Nigeria. Especially in Nigeria. I don't want to be telling you stories of what is happening where I am, but if you like to be hearing stories of this country, Mozambique, just put it on the comment section so I can also be sharing those stories with you. So, when you see somebody in problem, for example, all those pastors, you come to their church, you tell them this is what you are suffering from. They know it is poverty. They will tell you, pray, go and read this Bible verse, go and do this one. Why not give you money to go and start your life? You understand? So Reno Mokore is telling us that we need prayer warriors these days in the hands of trouble than prayer warriors. So guys, tell me what you think on the comment section. Tell me what you need. Do you need a prayer warrior or do you need a prayer warrior? So recently, the Minister of Information, Lai Mohammed, said this. It's about FG suspending Twitter. The federal government has suspended indefinitely the operation of microblogging and social networking service Twitter in Nigeria. The Minister of Information and Culture, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, announced the suspension in statements issued in Abuja on Friday, June 4th, citing the president's use of the platform for activities that are capable of undermining Nigeria's cooperation existence. The minister said the federal government has also directed the National Broadcasting Commission, NBC, to immediately commence the process of licensing all OTT and social media operations in Nigeria. So does this mean that when you own a YouTube account, you need a license? Tell me, guys, does it mean that whenever you want to, own a platform to communicate with people, you need a license? And I think this is not the problem of Nigeria. Even Donald Trump's account was blocked. Who is Nigerian president? Tweet not to be taken down. He threatened the people, so people don't need to see the tweet. That is why that is why Twitter is there. And Lai Mohammed just tweeted this also from his Twitter account. You know, all these people know they think. They are not thinking. You want to ban Twitter, but you're still using the Twitter to tweet, to share your ideas. So guys, tell me what you think of banning Twitter in Nigeria. Do you like that? Do you want to wake up tomorrow and there is no longer Twitter in Nigeria? So tell me, leave your comment on the comment section, guys. So recently, guys, I saw this video of this. It's not a video, it's an audio of this sugar daddy that has been eating so many times, complaining. So let's hear him, guys.
Old man, you don't deal with old people. Tell me that you don't love me, that's all. Is the simple way, as easy as good morning. Don't tell me that I'm old man. Did I not know that I'm an old man? I know well I'm an old man. An old man should die.
So girls should stop eating old men's money, please. Stop eating old men's money. For you, it is fun, but this man is like, he has had it up to here. So be careful, because you don't know what this man might be thinking for you. So let's move over to the next one. So guys, recently there is this tweet that has been circulating around on Instagram about Sophia Momodu. So this is what she tweeted. Can someone please tell me why the two of the staff at Dream Supermarket just acted like complete idiots? First, one put out of nowhere just touched me just like that, and then the other one put out her phone and thought it will be okay to just randomly start taking pictures of my child and I. How is it okay? I just wanted to get some groceries in peace and go home, for Christ's sake. So first of all, I don't think the word idiot she used, she's a celebrity, you know. I don't think if she's a